ball be the first ones to let him know that's...
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He spins free. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Goal 50. Blue 20. Wide 20. 29. Alpha. Defense, boys.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful.
How about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And now another one thrown incomplete. The safety, T.J. McDonald, getting in there to break that one up. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Drake. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dante Hightower in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Stop! My 20! My 20! Stop!
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Brady. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The gain of 19 and picking up the first. Now a carry for White. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Here we go. Stop! Tie it right, tie it right. Regular, regular. Hey, we got 4 down, 4 down. Watch the motion. Quick that.
On play action, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kiko Alonso. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Lawrence Guy. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Edelman. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Patriots take over. And now out come the Patriots. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit. And maybe
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Edelman was the intended target. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now White. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. Tannehill now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Trying to lay one. He's got it at the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 47 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there, with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Tannehill on 1st down. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So the Patriots coming out now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
White 20! White 20!
Here's White. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Hey, go down. White 20! White 20! White 10!
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 220! 380! Wide! Mike again!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
4 down.
And they'll go on the ground. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Steps away to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. Edelman set to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
220.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Wait, 20. Round 80. Round 80.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady, they go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken at around the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent? And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hogan. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Brady, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dwayne Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Gostkowski with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. Here's Tannehill. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and count.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over, yet they are humans out there running around.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Robert Quinn in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sugar!
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
20! Wait, 20!
Now Brady got to have this one. And now here's another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.